Hey, this is Darren from Property Prosperity. I just want to have a chat to you today. I know everyone when they're selling their house is trying to get the highest possible price. One thing that always amazes me is how few people do this strategy to ensure they're going to get top dollar. And the way to do that is to try and present the house as well as you possibly can. And one of the ways of doing that is to hire some furniture and put some and I know a lot of people are going to say, you know, why would I want to hire some furniture? I've already got furniture in my house already. The reason why it's really important is the furniture you've got on your house right now is the furniture that you bought because you like the furniture and because it suits your lifestyle or it suits your, you know, the livability of living in your house. The thing is, that's not necessarily the same purpose as trying to sell your house. And the reasons why it's really important is because we've got a few different strategies involved in trying to sell, and it's going to make a big difference to your possibility of trying to sell it quickly, and then secondly for the most amount that we possibly can. So I thought I'd just take you through this house here. I've got a few minutes until I'm about to shoot the video and marketing for this particular property in Greenwith, and I thought I'd take you through this house that's actually had staged furniture put in there and explain to you why it's presented in a certain way and the whole purpose of staging furniture and why you'd even think about doing it in the first place. So I'll flick you around, I'll take a quick look through the house, and then we can have, I'll talk you through why it's really important. So I can see a few people joining too, so thanks guys for joining. Hi Phil, and I can see a few people clicking on the like button. So if you can click on the like button, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't liked what I had to say, still click on the like button because I really appreciate it anyway. And likewise, if you know someone about to put their property in the market, click on the share button because I'm sure they'll get some really useful value out of this too. So let's have a quick look through the house here. I'm going to flick you around here somehow. Okay, so coming here looking at the house here. So this is the furniture we've hired for the house here. Okay, the whole point of and the reason for hiring the furniture is obviously, well, really nowadays it's all about the internet. So it's about trying to get there to come and people get there to come and look at your house. And if they don't come and look at it, my logic is if they don't come and see your house, they're not going to buy it. So furniture is about presenting the house as well as you possibly can when they come and look at the house. But even before that, it's about getting them to come there. So hiring some furniture, that furniture is really designed around trying to look good in the photos. And that's why it's really important to have a really good quality photographer that's going to do photos which aren't just photos, they're sort of like magazine style photos, really glossy, that really got that wow factor. And you know, maybe down the track you'll be able to check out this property and see what the photos end up looking like, because you can see, I could take these photos with my iPhone but they're not going to look that great. When I hire a photographer and they get all the lighting right, they get everything looking amazing, it's going to make a massive difference. So we can see here, if you're looking at some of these rooms here, you can see how, I suppose it's about less is more really. So we're looking at the presentation of this house here. There's not a heap of furniture, and when you're living in a house, I know this particular client, they've taken the decision to move out of the house before they put it on the market. The benefit of that is in reality everyone's got stuff, and it's almost impossible not to have stuff. It's just living in our life we live in now, we just collect heaps and heaps of stuff. So by moving out of the house and hiring some furniture, it just eliminates all that stuff. And the cool thing about not having a heap of things on your table and on the walls and all the other sort of stuff that we collect over time is it just makes the house, firstly, just look a lot cleaner and clearer, all the lines of the house. I don't mean the house is dirty in a sense, but more the fact that there's just less stuff makes the house look clearer and cleaner. But then secondly, it makes everything look a lot bigger. And so the crazy thing is some people might then say, oh, but what about if we just don't hire any furniture, we make the house vacant? The thing is, actually, it makes the house smaller when there's no furniture in there. I've done it several occasions where I've taken some before and after photos, and when I've taken out when I put furniture in, it actually makes all the rooms look bigger. Not just in real life, but also in the photos as well. So it makes a massive difference actually to the size of the rooms by having furniture as well. So it's really important to have furniture for that reason. The other reason, so you can see this painting we've got on the wall here. So it may not be to everyone's taste, but the benefit of having some really bold, bright colors, particularly when you start to imagine I was a photographer, and I'm not a photographer, obviously, that's why my photos are pretty crappy. But if I was, you can sort of see that those they're quite bold and vibrant colors, and they're really going to stand out if we're going to be on the internet. It's going to stand out from a lot of other houses. A lot of people, when they're styling their house or buying furniture basically, they want to go a bit conservative because they don't want to take the risk that someone's not going to like it or they're not going to like it. So quite often they're browns and greys and all that sort of stuff. And so the benefit of doing bold colors like that for the furniture rather than doing bold colors for like a feature wall. I know a lot of people want to go with a feature wall that's like a bright pink and a bright whatever. The issue with feature walls is it's sort of part of the house then, whereas people can look at furniture and sort of get past the fact that it's just furniture that's there. They can appreciate it, go, wow, that looks really amazing, but it might not be to their taste, but they can see, hey, well, they can take out the furniture and it's not really going to be a big deal. So hopefully that makes sense. So the first reason we want to have furniture in the house is to make the rooms look bigger. Also, the other benefit is that it's actually going to clean up the house as far as, make it a lot clearer and cleaner lines. So, then just less stuff just makes it more attractive to people. And the other thing you want to have furniture in the house for is if you've got a vacant house sitting there with no furniture, people start actually looking at the house, which sounds like a good thing, but it's not actually a good thing, because what they start doing is looking around the cornices and the skirting boards and the doors and trying to find little imperfections in the house. Whereas if you have furniture in the house, people are quite often focused on the furniture, and that's pretty much what they're looking at, when in reality they're not getting the furniture of the house, so it doesn't really matter that much. But people are really focused on the furniture then, so they don't necessarily pick up on all the other little niggly things that people quite often focus on when you don't have any furniture in the house. So the crazy thing about hiring some furniture is that you might spend a few grand to hire some furniture, and that's one of the things that people have to overcome, is it's going to cost you a few grand to be able to hire some furniture. And a lot of people are worried about, but I've already got furniture, why would I hire furniture? But the thing is that by hiring this furniture tailored specifically to selling your house, it might cost you a few grand, but you might add $20, $30, $40, $50,000 to the value of a house. So you look at that as an investment relative to any other investment you can. It's amazing the difference it could sort of make. Go to the casino and expect to get 300-400% return on your money, then you think you're crazy. And so it's pretty much a no-brainer. It pretty much works every single time. If you hire some furniture in a house, make your house look amazing, it doesn't only get lots more people to your house, but it makes a lot more people that are going to fall in love with your house and obviously fight for your house and pay top dollar for your house. So I can see Phil suggesting here, what kind of budget do you suggest? I'm assuming you're talking about when you're selling your house. So really, you might spend a couple of grand on marketing it to present it really well. Like I said, get a really good quality video, really good quality photos, whack it on the internet, expose it to as many people as possible to try and get them there. To hire some furniture, it might spend 2 to 3 grand to hire some furniture. But like I said, so you're going to double, triple, or more return on your money when you go to sell your property. It obviously means your property is going to sell a lot quicker, which is a good thing. But secondly, you will significantly sell your house for a lot more than you otherwise would when you hire furniture. And I've seen so many occasions where it's just worked. And the crazy thing is, quite often people focus on, I've got $1 million house, so I'm going to present it as well as possible and hire some furniture. The thing is, you actually get a lot better return on your investment if it's just an average house. Because the thing is, your average real estate agent that's selling a house for $300,000-$400,000 quite often doesn't have the confidence to explain to their owner why they should be spending some money to present the house as well as possible. So when you go on the market against other $400,000 houses, your house looks amazing because you present it in the best way you possibly can, and it results in a massive difference to your sale price compared to all the comparable houses in the area. And if it's a $400,000 house and you sell it for an extra 40 grand, that's a 10% increase in value of your house. So if you look at that sort of return, it's definitely worth the investment. And so, my advice to you is, a few grand is probably a fair amount of money to spend to get $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 back. So obviously get quotes. Obviously you want to get the best value for money, but it's really important to get a good quality photographer and to get yourself a good quality home stager or interior designer to make sure you've done things designed to actually sell your house, not designed for you to live in the house. So hopefully that's made sense. I look forward to getting your comments. I love to hear back from everybody and find out what they thought about my ideas, and put some likes on there. I really appreciate it too. Obviously helps me share out my message to more people. Even if you don't like what I had to say, still click on the like button because I really appreciate it. And if you know someone's about to put their property in the market, I'm sure they're going to get some value out of this. So click on the share button and I would really appreciate it. So thanks guys, nice talking to you, and I look forward to talking again soon.